It's Uncle Larry. I just wanted to show you the Session Man is here. The new Duesenberg. Still got the old tagger on it. Look at that. Yeah, beautiful flame back. Can you see that? The first natural finish guitar Duesenberg has ever made, apparently. Nathan, sweet Nathan, brought it all the way here from sunny California a few days back. It's a great guitar. Couple of cool features here. Like, of course, I had him make it with no inlays on the fretboard because, you know, I love that. But it does say Session Man on the 12th fret. There's some sweet things written in the old F hole there. I had him make 2 humbuckers instead of the usual 1 humbucker and 1 single coil they usually do. I had him put a piezo pickup on the bridge, which is great. The tone control has a center detent. So from 0 to 5, it's like a normal tone control. And then from 5 and beyond, it blends in the piezo with a switch here that turns the piezo on and off if you want. On the production models, I'm going to have them take off this little piece of metal trim here and just going to be blank there because for some reason it gets them it's raised and sort of gets in my way a little bit. And small detail, but I had to have something to nitpick about, right? But this is an amazing guitar. It sounds great, plays great. I have no idea what they're gonna be selling for. I know they ain't cheap to make, but I'll let you know when they become available. This is like the first and only one, apparently. Yeah, but you know, it's the first signature model anybody's ever done for me, and I greatly appreciate it. Those guys are great. Check this out. I'm pouring my little Rolling Rock in this cool coffee mug I wanted to show you. Look at this, man. Guys sent this in. Selling England by the pound. Genesis on a coffee cup. The guy's name was David Sperazza. I don't know how to say it, but something like that. But dude, thank you for that. Very cool. Makes it taste even better. And also, a few other sweet things that people sent in. Like my friend Dirk Ziff. Beautiful guy. He sent, look at this. How cool is that? The Gilmore Academy, like David wore. And the guy from FX Engineering sent a new version of the famous Mirage compressor that I've been using for a while. The one that I stole the idea of using from John Leventhal, who's an amazing guitar player. But these are very cool. Check these out, guys. Got the CR Guitars hat that Craig sent me. Thank you. This beautiful Clapton book that Dave Pepper sent. It really is Christmas. Thank you, guys, for all that stuff. What can we talk about? Oh, I've been chatting with Dean DeLeo a lot. We're getting pretty close to having that record finished that we're doing. A lot of people have been asking about that. And man, it's coming along. I'm going to go in on New Year's Eve and do some, you know, kind of almost finishing touches on like 10 tracks and should be ready to go pretty soon. We're both happy with the way it's turning out. I wanted to tell you we have a band name, Trip the Witch. It's like a lyric from an old STP song Scott came up with, but Trip the Witch, pretty cool, right? Dean came up with that idea, so nobody actually wins the contest from when I said we'd have a contest before we get the band name. But thanks for all the tries and the entries. I also wanted to say, you know, I'm not an expert on Mountain music, on the band Mountain, but I'm a fan of Leslie West, and sorry to see him move on. You know, I've often said that, you know, I don't really know all the songs on all the records, but the stuff of Mountain that I do know, I think it's really cool. He was a beast, man. He will be missed. You know, I always said that Can't You Hear Me Knocking and Mississippi Queen are my 2 most favorite awesome guitar tones ever recorded, you know. That's a tough contest to win, you know. Most awesome guitar tones ever recorded. I mean, what else gets in that category? I have to think about that. I also wanted to mention a little bit about Christmas depression. I don't know if you guys, I know we're a little bit past Christmas now, and that's for some of us out there, that's probably a good thing. I remember I used to get terrible Christmas depression in my 20s, you know. When you're too old to be a kid and you're not old enough to have a family yet, it's a dangerous time for Christmas. Oh, God. For decades or so, well, maybe more than that even, I used to loathe Christmas season because, man, it can be very depressing, you know. Don't worry, all you younger viewers out there, you know, guys that are in your 20s that aren't old enough to have a family yet, it does get better. You know, when you get a bit older and you've got a family, you can really start enjoying Christmas again. You see it through your own kids' eyes, and we all know Christmas is for kids. And so if you were thinking about jumping off a bridge at some point during the last week or so, when you're in your 20s or early 30s, don't do it, because it'll get better, you know. Just a little word of advice from your Uncle Larry. I was just goofing around here with some silly stuff. I mean, you ever do that old gag where you play a C note and then you play the harmonics on the 5th fret? It's a cool sound. I also really like to put the low 5th on the bass of a lot of my chords. Like if you're playing a C chord, I put that low G on there. It's very cool piano voicing, you know. It's very simple, but it's cool. Polychord. You guys know about polychords? Say if you took an old D chord and you impose that over a G note. F imposed over B flat. G imposed over C. You know, if you're a Todd Rundgren fan, you hear that stuff all the time. Todd Rundgren is the king of the polychord. Master of the polychord. Also wanted to mention, man, I have been going down the Steve Morse rabbit hole lately. I've always loved Steve Morse, Dixie Dregs. But Lord, I'm going to post a link on the description of the video of an old YouTube thing that I found of him just kicking ass in 1984. Man, what a beast. I've heard that he's, you know, in recent times been having trouble with arthritis and all that, so that's terrible. One of the greatest guitar players of our generation, and such a true original. I mean, Jesus. I love Steve Morse. I wish I could play like him. He was a huge influence on me. He was part of the little Corona lessons I did to all the Steves, you know, all the great guitar players named Steve. I just love him. I don't know. That's enough of me yakking for now. I'll check back with you in a few days. Thanks for watching, guys. Class dismissed.